This is NWR. No Whiners Radio. You must be 18 years of age or older to listen. It is not meant for children or anyone on serious life support. Great care should be taken while listening to the opinions expressed here. Do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. And now, Bobby D. 404, Abs, Bada Bing, and James, in the Asylum.
All right. Well, welcome to the Asylum. This is James, the usual suspect. And, of course, my usual cohorts in crime, Bobby D, is with us.
What up?
And, of course, from the Nerd Cube, joining us tonight is Miss Abs. Welcome, Abs.
Hey, everybody.
And of course, hiding behind the board, just like the Wizard and the Wizard of Oz, we got 0404.
Hey guys, how you doing? Glad to be here.
So, Abs, what do we got going?
Hey, I got a great contest about to start. Anybody that's watching the event page, whoever is the last comment on the picture I'm about to post will win the necklace that I put up in the event. So comment throughout the show, and then when I say that the contest is over at the end of the show, I'll announce the winner right at the end.
That's awesome.
And I really hope y'all enjoy it.
I saw that necklace, and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
So what else do y'all got going on tonight?
A little touching of our private parts. It's going to definitely take place at some point. Oh.
That's typical.
Well, we have joining us tonight Rob Leuthold from the Church of Satan. And we're going to discuss the ins and outs of the Church of Satan and their policies and their beliefs and things like that.
Welcome,
Get a
Rob.
little in depth.
So he's going to tell us we're all going to hell for what we do on Facebook, right?
I knew that before I ever even met this guy.
Me too, sadly.
Actually, I troll child molesters, man. I've got to be getting some brownie points with someone for that.
Well, let's hope anyway, right?
Yeah. I don't care either way. I'm still going to live my life to live. I don't care about dying. I'll be dead.
Yep, exactly. Slide in.
That's what she said. Are you with us, Rob?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. How are you tonight, buddy?
I'm doing pretty well, actually. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you for being kind enough to join us on such a short notice, and I'm really looking forward to opening people's eyes to exactly what the Church of Satan is. I'm sure this show should squash a lot of the myths that go along with it. I know that the Church of Satan is much different than like the people that are doing the thing in the Oklahoma City courts and all that. I know y'all follow very much different rules, especially with children and things like that. And that's kind of the stuff I want to go over, like the 11 satanic rules. The Christians have their 10 commandments and things like that. And I'd like to discuss the 11 satanic rules. I've read them over myself, and it's pretty interesting. I'd like to talk about y'all's substance abuse policies and, the policy on the children, how you don't let them in, things like that. And you could start with the introduction of what the Satanic Church is all about, if you'd like.
Well, let me first clarify that I am not a media representative, that my views do not necessarily reflect the views of the Church of Satan or its hierarchy. I have been a member for about 2.5 years now, and I have applied Satanism to my life for much longer than that. You do not have to be a member of the Church of Satan to be considered a Satanist. All you really need to do is read the Satanic Bible by Anton Sander LaVey, and if you find yourself reflected in the pages, you are a Satanist. It's really as simple as that.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Where do you guys, I know it's quite a large population of people that are a part of this. where do you guys have like monthly meetings, weekly meetings, like say the other churches do? How they go in on Sundays and Wednesdays, Saturdays, things like that. Do you guys do that?
No, we do not.
No, you do not. So how do you gather and
Well, the Church of Satan is more or less a cabal. There's no actual building that we all gather in and worship at. We're not like Christians at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, to quote George Carlin, to kind of crib off of George Carlin, we don't meet once a week in a building to compare clothing. We're too busy living our lives.
George Carlin, I miss him.
I think a lot of us do.
Yeah, a man of truth. And you guys, you can't just come up and say, "Hey, I want to be a member." What do you got to do to become a member?
It's very simple, actually. There's a application on the website. You fill out the application and you send in $200 if you're gonna pay by money order, or $208 via PayPal with a copy of your ID. And it's really that simple. It's nothing like in Faust. There's no blood contracts or anything like that, or, you know, it's nothing like you see in the horror movies.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No. Speaking of the horror movies, you always see them sacrificing babies and goats and things like that. That's pretty silly, I would assume. That's not something y'all get down with, is it?
Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, so.
I prefer my steaks medium well, but
and not little kids. Well, let's see, and let's go over these. Go ahead.
As I was saying, the call dropped out for a minute, but I'm not down with sacrificing. I get my steaks from the store; they're already butchered. We don't sacrifice animals.
At least you still like meat. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
There are some Satanists that are vegetarians, and it's a very individualistic thing. There's no set policy. There's no, you must not eat this, you must not eat that, you must not drink this. As long as it's legal in your place of residence, then do it.
Yep.
You know, it's really that simple.
What about pictures and stuff? Like, I know everybody has, like, the stars and stuff like that. And, I mean, what's your view on that? Do Satanists believe in the pictures and stuff like they post?
Well, I mean, it's all about individual aesthetics. I like certain types of art. I use a lot of different symbols. It's totally apolitical, you know. I don't give pictures or things like that a sense of power outside of the ritual environment.
I remember something I seen on the site there where, if I remember reading it correctly, it basically says that to live your life with no remorse, basically.
I mean, within legal limits, of course.
Well, yeah.
You know, why regret what you're doing if you don't believe in an afterlife? Why regret what you do, as long as what you're doing is legal? There's no cosmic scorekeeper, and there's no guy with horns and a tail gonna poke you with a pitchfork when you die. So
I was kind of looking forward to being, you know, kind of burn up and all that one, go to hell. I guess that's out of the window, huh?
You know, my theory is, if hell does exist, I don't think it does, but if it does, I'm Southern, bring on the heat.
Yes, sir. I want to talk about the 11 rules, the 11 satanic rules. because I found those rather interesting. If you want to read them out to us and maybe explain them a little bit, I would like that.
1 second, I gladly will.
All right.
At least with those rules, you know basically what, you're looking forward to when you sign up.
Well, I mean, just to give an overview, the 11 satanic rules of the earth are basically, it's a social contract. How you behave out in public.
Yeah.
Or, know, how you interact with your fellow human beings. For example, do not give advice or opinions unless you are asked. Basically, don't give your opinion on something unless someone says, hey, what do you think about this?
And the whole time that I've been talking with you over the last few weeks, you definitely haven't tried to be pushy with me. You haven't gone off and tried to, sway my mind either way. Now, I'm not religious myself. I have faith in Earth, and that's about it. And I appreciate that you're not like a Jehovah Witness coming to my house on Saturday morning. Although if somebody did that, they are going to find me answering the door naked. So get down.
Well, we don't proselytize. We're not looking to recruit.
Yeah, that's because you want true members, not people who are just looking to put a bumper sticker on their car.
Right.
Yep. I like number 2 as well. Do not tell your troubles to others unless you are sure they want to hear them.
Yeah, I can explain that one very easy too.
Then I guess Facebook does not apply.
Obviously.
Basically, say you're having a bad day. Don't go up to a friend and core dump to them. Ask them, hey, I've had a bad day. Would you mind if I talk to you about it? It's really that simple.
Don't bring others down with your bullshit.
Right.
Yeah. Rule number 3 is when in another's lair, show him respect or else do not go there. How awesome is that?
Self-explanatory. If you go to someone else's house, don't eat up all their food. Don't drink all their beer. Be a decent guest.
Yep. And I like number 4 with what you just said. If a guest in your lair annoys you, treat him coolly and without mercy. If you come to my house, you better respect me and not be a prick.
Yeah.
Same thing on Facebook, you would hope.
Yeah. No, Facebook is, that's the crybaby book of the world.
Respect on Facebook. Are you kidding?
I like this. I like this one. This one's good. Do not make sexual advances unless you are given the mating signal. Now, my mating signal is pretty obvious. I unzip my fly and my signal comes out.
It's the dong signal.
Yes.
Regarding that, because a lot of people get confused about the wording, the mating signal. Think about today's society with all the sexual harassment and things like that. You want to make sure someone's interested.
Yes.
Don't just go up and assume and try to hit on someone. The very least, you'll get a drink thrown in your face, and the worst, you could get hit with a harassment lawsuit. Be a gentleman or a lady when you approach someone.
Personally, I like whores, and I like them to come up to me and be as forward as possible. Just let's get down to it, lady. You want to fuck or not?
Yeah, you just get hit with a harassment lawsuit or hit by your old man, one of the two, right?
Yeah. But you better hit hard.
Don't mess with other people's husbands. Yeah. If somebody else has claimed it, stay away.
That's right.
Yep.
And the bigger the ring, the better the pussy. Number 6 is do not,
I would like to differ. I would beg to differ on the bigger the ring, the better the pussy. I can personally attest to the fact that is not true.
Well, then somebody was stupid.
Yes, I was.
Yes, sir. I knew you were that somebody.
I was that somebody. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead.
I like number 6. I actually like all 11 of these, so I'm going to say I like every one of them. Do not take that which does not belong to you unless it is a burden to the other person, and he cries out to be relieved.
Take that bitch off his hands.
Basically, you know, that is not.
I was going to say, does that include ex-wives? Take this bitch, please.
Does that include a load that I've got right now that I really need to remove?
I'm not helping you with that, sir.
Well, I didn't ask for your help.
Oh, all right, good.
Sorry, I'm not available.
I mean, if I was gonna, at least if I was gonna come to your house and respect your house, I'd at least do it in the bathroom as a courtesy.
I might offer some pictures, but that's about it.
Flush. Pictures. What? No. Let's see. Rule number 7. Guess what? I like this one too. Acknowledge the power of magic if you have employed it successfully to obtain your desires. If you deny the power of magic after having called upon it with success, you will lose all you have obtained.
Basically, if you know that you've employed a ritual to get what you want, acknowledge that you got it through use of ritual. If not, it's going to backfire.
And you can literally apply that to your day-to-day. You decide on what your magic is.
Well, here's the thing. I don't use ritual magic in my day-to-day life. I might use what's known as lesser magic to manipulate social situations. Mm-hmm. Ritual magic really is not required of Satanists. It's optional. And we can get to that more in depth a little bit later if you'd like.
Okay. I like number 8. Yes. Do not complain. Sorry about that. Do not complain about anything to which you need not subject yourself. That is a very loud one. That one screams to so many people. If they would apply that to their day-to-day, they would be all right.
Again, that's a very self-explanatory rule. Mm-hmm. You know, you're dealing with people most times, and if it's bothering you, just walk away from it if you can. Yeah. You know.
Number 9 is a self-explanatory one as well, and I'm glad this is one of the rules that's written right there in black and white for everyone to see, is do not harm little children. And that's definitely self-explanatory.
Okay, even though it's self-explanatory, I would like to go off on a little sidetrack.
Okay.
Do not harm little children. And Bobby, we have been in discussions, and that's what bothers me about the Satanic Temple. They seem to have a fixation on children with their Baphomet statue that has an erect phallus surrounded by children. Mm-hmm. And they have an activity book as well, which I've shown you, that has a lot to do with what almost seems to be indoctrination of children.
Yep.
But yet they're going around acting like a 2-year-old, praising its first shit, saying, look what I did, and they're claiming to be better than the Church of Satan while ripping off its ideology.
Yep.
I could never harm a child. I could never harm an animal, which kind of leads into the next satanic rule of the earth. And that debunks 2 of the biggest things back from the Satanic Panic, saying that we harmed children and animals.
Well, every movie you see about Satanism has got some sort of what's it called? Having a brain fart here, guys. Come on, what's it?
Ritual animal sacrifice?
Yeah, sacrificing of some sort of person or
Boy, well,
Something
Rob, you came up with that pretty specifically and quickly.
Yeah.
Well, I knew what you were looking for, so.
Yeah, we've talked quite a bit.
Well, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen something like that done in the name of Satan, or been a part of anything like that yourself?
Well, no, I have not. And if anyone says that they are not only not a Satanist, they are criminally psychotic. And
they need to go to the asylum.
Yeah.
They are probably a Christian heretic simply worshiping their bad guy.
Yep.
Yeah. See, and that's the problem with a lot of this is first you say the name Satan, people get a certain idea in their mind, and then a lot of those ideas start looking at movies they've seen that involve Satan and that kind of thing, and it's just and the people that follow the Satanists and stuff, and they get the wrong idea of what it really is. It's like that's the movie sensationalization of it. Satanists are normal people just like everybody else, except for they have rules that actually make sense and aren't, yes. that aren't like, written in a way that can be interpreted 50 different ways. It says right here in the book, don't harm children. Well, there's not really any way to misinterpret don't harm children,
Well, rule number 10 goes right along with rule number 1. Do not kill non-human animals unless you are attacked or for your food.
No, rule number 10 is from rule number 11. I'm sorry, I got ahead of you there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's all right. Just don't let that shit happen again. No.
Yes, sir.
That's it. We're going to break.
Yeah. The rule number 10. If you're going to sacrifice something to Satan, I'm pretty sure you would need to eat it. Because I was raised that same way with country boy values. I was actually raised as, I don't know what religion I was raised as. I went to so many different churches. And all I seen was stupidity, honestly.
So now, what is the rule?
The rule, I just told you, fool, don't kill the animals unless you're going to eat them or for...
I actually have one question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Why would you call it Satanist if you don't really believe in Satan or hell? Wouldn't you just call it selfism? Isn't that part of it? Like they kind of say that in some of the readings that I've read.
Well, I can explain that very easily. When Anton Szandor LaVey founded the Church of Satan back in the 60s, he knew what would get attention. And it was a rebellion against the stagnant hippie movement and Christianity. I mean, this all came about at the time, Time had that issue, God is dead, and it was just perfect timing. I don't believe in Satan. I don't believe in God. Well, let me amend that. I do believe in God. I see him in the mirror every morning. Some mornings he needs more coffee than others.
Yeah. That's excellent.
So what you're saying is that he used the name Satan in the form of marketing. Is he knew that was going to be something that a lot of people are going to go, "Ooh, Satan! Oh, that's dangerous. That's and that's misunderstood." That was actually probably one of the smartest things to do.
Well, I would hesitate to call it marketing because if you look at it honestly, Satan means adversary. And he was opposed to, like I said, the whole hippie movement and the stagnation that Christianity represented, where Christianity was a denial of man's carnal instinct.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we don't believe in a literal devil. So it's very misunderstood, even with everything being written in very simple, straightforward, easy to understand language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what we've just discussed here, though, was, in fact, I'm sorry, did we hit number 11? Did we do 11?
No, number 11's next.
Okay.
Ready? All right. When walking in open territory, bother no one. If someone bothers you, ask him or her to stop. Or it doesn't say her. Ask him to stop. If he does not stop, destroy him. That's simple. Leave me the fuck alone, or I'm going to jack your shit.
It says destroy. Well, it says destroy him.
Yes.
Okay. I
will destroy you if you come in my room.
Well, that kind of screws everything that I was saying about it's written in plain, simple words. Then destroy him. You can kind of misconstrue destroy in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Verbally.
And I'm going to cover that right now.
Okay.
Destroy could mean if you're in a social situation, say you're at a party, and the guest has had too much to drink, and he's being a general obnoxious ass.
That would definitely be me.
You pull him aside.
So what you're saying is Bobby comes to my house
buddy,
for a party.
You need to calm down. You're making an ass of yourself. And, if he's had too much, he'll ignore you. So you put him in a situation where he's utterly humiliated. That's a way of destroying a person without physically harming them.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to break your foot off in their ass to destroy them.
Right.
Well, that's true. But what you're talking about there is the misinterpretation of a word. Destroy could mean a lot of different things, and what you just described was humiliation. You said, put him in a situation in a party. It's like you're acting like a total dickhole here, and I'm going to set you up to look like a bigger ass than you even thought in front of everybody, and that's going to humiliate you. That's just a different term for destroy, I guess.
Yeah, it's colorful.
Or I could pull out my anti-particle
language.
Gun and blow you away, and
maybe we need to clarify that a little clearer.
Yeah.
It's colorful, dramatic language. Satanism is very law and order. You can't use, I'm a Satanist. It's kind of a get out of jail free card. It doesn't work like that.
You know what? I can sum up all of those rules in one, and that rule is don't be a dick.
Nobody likes a dick.
That's it, right there. Don't be a dick. You can all follow in 404ism now. That's my only rule.
Don't be a dick. 404ism.
So that basically means Facebook is shut down.
Yes. What am I gonna do, buddy? I'm fucked.
Yeah, Bobby, you're out.
Yep. Talk to you later. Nobody likes me.
Rob, you're in, man. You're cool as hell, man.
Yeah, because you tried to at least be respectful. You're not a total dick.
That's it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what would you like to cover next?
Actually, I'd like to ask you a question about, what would you say is something that you do on a... this is such a broad question, but that you do in a way that... in the name of Satan, or in the name of Satan... Yeah, that's stupid. In the name of Satanism, what do you feel that you do to further yourself?
I think I see what you're getting at here. What you're wanting to know is if I do anything explicitly satanic in my day-to-day life.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, let me just say that I don't sit here and say, I'm doing this, it must be satanic. No, I live. Okay. I live and I apply the philosophy to my life. It's really that simple. I've written for Infernal Inc. magazine. I host a show on Radio Free Satan, Metal Invaders, which is an hour-long podcast.
Nice.
where I play metal that I happen to like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't sit here, well, even though I am in a wheelchair, I don't just sit here and, you know, throughout my day tally up Satan points. I just live. You know, it's really that simple. You have 3 different Satanists in a room, and they'll apply the philosophy differently, but they'll all cherish the philosophy the same way. And they'll all have egos the size of Pittsburgh.
First of all, I'm going to have to say I'm going to take offense to that just because of the fact that that's my hometown.
Shut up, Yankee.
Hey, I got another question.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, but you ain't going to be talking about Pittsburgh and egos like that, you know what I'm saying? Or come down there.
Well,
I'll come down there to your
like
grandmother's house, and we'll pick up some some jumbo sandwiches on the way down there and totally like stick it up in your ass. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was.
Abigail, you had a question?
Yeah, can you give us any info on the Temple of Set, and what does it have to do with Satan?
The Temple of Set was founded by a disgruntled Church of Satan member in 1975. They have nothing to do with Satanism.
Okay.
Next.
Do they ever like associate themselves with Satan? Like
no, but they take every chance they get to tear down the Church of Satan.
So they're against the Church of Satan.
Pretty much, because the Temple of Set is a very spiritual. They believe in a literal being. They believe in the Egyptian god Set, whereas we do not believe in any external gods or goddesses whatsoever.
Stay tuned. More of the Asylum coming up after the break.
Yeah, let me grab that real quick.
Okay.
No Whiners Radio, late show. This is Bobby. What's happening?
Hey, this is. I need some help. I was wondering if you guys could help me out.
What kind of help can we do for you over the radio, sir?
Well, I was hoping maybe you could come out here and help me, because I'm listening to your program, and my power chair and my stairs won't work. And I need...
Why are you calling a radio station because your power chair don't work?
Because I don't have any friends. I don't.
Well, that's really sad. How old are you?
I'm 86.
86? Damn, you've been around the world probably twice in a rowboat, huh?
Oh, too many times, my friend. Too many times.
Well, that's outstanding.
These days, the only thing that keeps me happy is my beer.
Yeah, where's your beer at?
My beer, you little whippersnapper, is downstairs.
Yeah.
It's downstairs.
Well, son of a bitch. How did it get downstairs if you're upstairs?
Well, that's my problem, you stupid little shit.
Well, you fucking crazy old man. Climb your ass down the stairs. When's the last time you walked?
Oh, it's been at least 85 years.
Since you walked, you crazy bastard. No wonder you need a power chair.
I never have walked, actually, because I'm 85 years old, so I...
Or earlier you said you were 86.
Well, okay, well, excuse me, you stupid shit, I'm old.
Who's the stupid shit forgetting who they are? What was your name again?
It's Leroy Edwards.
Well, Mr. Edwards, earlier when you called, you said your name was Frank.
I said nothing of the sort. You don't try
Just making sure you're all there and you took your meds this morning, crazy man.
I know who I am. Don't play that word.
What do you want me to do? How am I going to help you out?
I need to get down my stairs. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, tuck and roll, old man. Tuck and roll.
Well, if that's what you think is best. Okay.
No, don't tuck and roll. Don't tuck and roll. Why don't you try standing up?
Okay, here. Okay. Hey, Okay, I'm up.
Hey, imagine that. You got off your ass for a beer.
I did. Oh, I can't wait to get my beer. Here, I'm gonna try to take my first steps down the stairs. See? Oh, hold on. Here we go.
All right, take that first step, gentle. Gentle,
slowly.
Slowly.
This first one wasn't so bad. That wasn't too bad.
Good. That's good.
Okay, hold on. Here we
For the second one.
Oh,
no. Oh, no.
Help me. I'm falling, and I can't get up.
Oh, I hope that old man has Lifeline. Are you there, old man? You're still still.
Oh, I'm still here.
All right. Now, can you get up again?
Oh, I fell right on my coccyx.
Your coccyx, huh?
Oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I guess we're gonna lose Mr. Hendricks or whatever his name was.
Oh, my coccyx!
What the hell's a coccyx?
I think I fell on my keys.
Oh, dear God.
And now, back to the asylum with Bobby D. 404, Abs, Bada Bing, and James on NWR.
Speaking of that, I do have my own YouTube channel, so
you can bring that up when we come back from break or after we answer a couple questions.
Sure. And we are actually back from break right now.
You can plug anything you want to. Oh, we are?
Yes, we are.
All right. Like right now?
Yeah, right now. Right this very minute.
This very second.
This
so if I said this dick.
This dick. It's because there's a delay.
Now,
it's
I can tell you what that is. That's probably the power of the palsy in effect.
Yeah. That the Lord Jesus there in his little manger saying, "No, Satan, no."
Nah. Anyway.
So, Bobby, you got a couple questions in the chat. What you got for us?
Well, I actually only have one question, besides the fact where I said, "Please stand by 404 has his dick stuck in the keyboard." Eric asks, what kind of success has Robert had with his rituals? And does he care to share any specific experiences? You got anything?
Well, honestly, rituals are a personal thing, so I would prefer to decline that, because if I share that, then if someone else attempts a ritual, then they're going to say, well, Rob did this and he got this, and why didn't I get this?
Oh,
the whole idea behind rituals, it's psychological decompression chamber. You know, you go into the ritual chamber. I mean, the satanic ritual in itself is described in the Satanic Bible, and there are 3 different types: lust, compassion, and destruction. I'll go with lust first, because I think that's one that Bobby would be very interested in.
Very lustful.
A lust ritual. That's if you are very lonely and you're looking for some sort of sexual gratification. It doesn't
You're going to tell
matter.
me to stick my dick in a jalapeno?
No.
I think you should. I think we should air that live.
What, me crying?
Ritual?
What kind of ritual are you speaking of? Like self-gratification? You mean masturbation?
Basically, if you read the Satanic Bible, satanic ritual is outlined in the Satanic Bible, and with the lust ritual, you fantasize. So pretty much, yeah, you fantasize about your ideal partner. And
I love that Satanists can, have their own gratification.
can rationalize anything.
And you let it go. You whatever it is, be it lust, destruction, or compassion. Once you're done getting it out of your system, you leave it in the chamber and you move on. You move on.
Can you describe your surroundings when you're doing the ritual? Can you describe them for us?
Are there locations?
Simply, in my case, with my physical limitations, because as I mentioned before we went on air, I am physically disabled. I'm in a wheelchair. And no, because I'm in a wheelchair, that's not a reason that I quote unquote turned to the dark side or became a Satanist. I was a practicing Catholic for the first 17 years of my life, and
I feel sorry for you. Sorry.
When I reached 17 years old, rational thoughts began to creep in, and it was around that time that I started listening to King Diamond, and I did some research on him, and that's when I found out that Satanism was just not horror movie fodder, and I read the Satanic Bible shortly after that, and the rest, as they say, is history. But regarding my rituals, due to my physical limitations, it's as simple as me focusing my mind or going into the bathroom and focusing in front of a mirror, and using my mind.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you jerk off to yourself, sir?
Yes.
Sometimes I don't even have to do that. My focus is just that good.
That's awesome.
Masturbation is optional.
Well, listen here. We just
I'll take that option any day.
We just had an actual very good question come up from Keith Ecker.
I saw.
It says, "Hey Rob." It says, "Hey Rob, glad to hear you on the radio. I want to ask you. I've read the word Epicurean many times, and I believe it was Magus Gilmore who said, and I'm paraphrasing, that that we should be Epicurean with everything we do in life. I've read up on Epicureanism and can tell the ways that differs from Satanism. Can you tell?"
He's read up on Epicureanism and he wants to know if Rob can tell us the ways that differ from Satanism.
Yeah, I tried to read that, and it says they, and it fucked me up. I'm sorry.
Basically, when we talk about a very Epicurean philosophy, we strive for the best in life. We don't necessarily have to live in mansions or have the biggest and best cars. We just have to be the happiest we can be in life within our means.
Hey, that makes sense.
It's really that simple. I was born in Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm not going to be on Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous with Robin Leach, if that guy's even still alive. I don't know, because I don't watch TV.
Obviously, because that show hasn't been on for like 20 years.
Exactly. You see how far behind the times I am?
Most of the people listening to this are going, who the fuck is Robin Leach?
Oh, no. Wally the Dolphin says, masturbation is wrong. You are going down. Down, down, down.
Going down, down, down.
Well, again, as I said earlier in the show, if I'm going to hell, I'm prepared for it because I'm Southern. Bring the heat.
Yeah. Going down.
Or isn't that what she said?
That's just ridiculous.
I've been saying it over and over for that fucking exact response right there. My good buddy here, the Baconator feller, he says, I sacrifice pigs to the bacon gods. I join him.
I would solely, support that because I think it'll be a good use of, bacon.
Well, because bacon, and that's all we really need to say.
That's right.
Bacon.
That's right. I love
it's
this
what's for
bacon.
dinner.
Ab says she needs to masturbate or she'd go crazy.
So we almost have intelligent comments in our chat box here, but they've gone suddenly quiet, and because everyone's now talking about masturbation.
I'm sorry.
It sounds like a sticky situation.
Excuse me, I gotta go wipe up.
Yes. Oh, speaking of masturbation, have you guys seen that fucking thing that attaches to the iPods or whatever? And it's like a pocket pussy on the bottom of it, and it controls the suction and stuff.
I haven't seen that, but you have to post that somewhere so I can check it out.
I think that's a fake picture, but
is it really?
I think it is, but whoever makes that's going to be a fucking whoever makes it's going to be a millionaire.
We need some more questions about Satan, you guys. If you guys are listening,
or we can just start. We can just start.
Or you guys can ask me personal questions. It doesn't necessarily.
Can I ask you a naughty question?
Naughty. And it's going to go with your handicap. It's going to go with your handicap. You know, she's a dirty girl.
I just have to ask, do you have a girlfriend?
I'll sum up all your questions regarding anything regarding my sexuality and everything else by simply saying, once you go gimp, you walk with a limp. Next question.
Nice.
That is excellent.
Once you go gimp, you walk with a limp. I love it.
So do you use support for that gimp?
No, it works just fine, honey.
Oh, that's awesome. That's what everybody needed to know, because I'm sure they all wanted, to ask you that question tonight.
Honestly, that is a common question. That's because a lot of people don't understand my disability. Cerebral palsy is musculoskeletal, and it does not affect that area of my body.
Thank Jesus, right? If there is one. We're going to call him Jesus, because he's great.
As I'm very fond of saying, thank me, I'm a Satanist.
Yes.
I sure wish Ned, or what's his name, was on tonight, but I don't think that's going to work tonight unless he shows up in chat and asks us some questions.
Listen here. We've got, I guess that's Ab Satan. It says, what is Satanism's view on children and religion? Wasn't that rule number 9?
Yeah, read that rule again if you have it up.
I don't have it up.
I know it says that they don't do anything with children and they're not allowed to join.
Do not harm little children. That's correct. And children are not allowed to join. No one under the age of legality in their respective country is allowed to join the Church of Satan.
Okay. This guy Flint says, you are going down in quotations. I think that falls under non-procreative sexual acts as well. Also enjoyable. And then Keith Ecker says, actually, I did know what they meant by being Epicurean. I hate that fucking word in my Florida education. But what I was asking was, how does the philosophy of Epicureanism differ from the satanic philosophy?
Well, that would be more of research that he would have to do on his own.
That's to get his own take on it.
That's not a question I'm equipped to answer.
Yeah, take a look at Google. I'm pretty sure you're going to find your answer.
I got a question.
Okay.
Can Satanists have more than one wife or husband?
Okay, regarding sexuality and Satanism,
that's polygamy.
Polygamy, whatever you want to do, as long as it's legal in your country and it does not involve children or animals, go for it.
I'm gonna marry a dog.
Well, that's a literal form of dog.
Is that legal in any state? Is that legal where Ned is?
Well, Abby, I have to say that's a literal form of doggy style, and it would be Remember, children, wolf wolf means no.
Yes.
Well, what if it's, just him dressing up, as a furry? Maybe that'd work.
Well, something like that. Something like dressing up as a furry, have yiffing or having sex in a fursuit, what have you. That falls under fetishism. That's different.
Oh boy!
And so they'd approve of that.
Stop for a second.
Yeah, as long as it's between two consenting adults.
I've got something for you, Rob.
And chats. Before we move on, yes.
Am I muted?
If someone wishes to be polygamous, they're free to do that. They're free to pursue that. Yes.
Okay. Somebody named O'Brien wants to know if you are a member of the Westboro Baptist Church, sir.
No, I am not.
I know. But tell them what y'all. No, that wasn't y'all that did that. Never mind. All right, let's move on to the next one. Mobile says, "Are the rumors true that the hotel on the Eagles album was where they held meetings for Satanism?"
That is a very amusing urban legend, but that is not true.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I find it amusing that you're asking a guy from Biloxi, Mississippi, that how the hell would he know? It's not like they have satanic meetings to go, oh, and by the way, nudge, nudge, Eagles album, satanic meetings.
All right. Well, we got another one here. It says from that Satan, which I'm sure I'm not saying that right. Per my understanding, Satanism utilizes, here's that fucking word again, Epicureanism, but doesn't seek to redefine it. And Mobile, it's all good that you posted that 3 times.
Well, I believe that's been discussed to the limit of my ability, so can we move on?
Okay, we'll go to Google on that one.
Hey,
then we have
Bobby. Bobby, just to let you know, is that the people on Mobile, you can't put in your name on there, so they don't know that it says Mobile on here when we see it.
Oh, okay.
What are your hobbies? Somebody asked that. What are your hobbies?
What are my hobbies?
Legos?
I think that would be very surprising to a lot of people to learn that I'm basically a nerd with horns. What I mean by that is I collect comic books.
You're a horny nerd.
Books. I watch a lot of horror movies. I watch a lot of Italian horror.
Did you just say he watches a lot of porn movies?
No, horror.
Jesus God.
We know where your mind is, don't we?
Yeah.
Always.
I watch directors like Lucio Fulci, Ruggero Deodato, Dario Argento. But a big misconception that a lot of people have about Satanists is that we hate stuff that's mainstream. I'll cop up to the fact that I listened to Poison when I was younger, okay?
I did too. And Motley Crue. Fuck yeah, big hair bands were the shit.
Oh, dude.
I grew up in the 80s back when, MTV actually played this thing called music videos.
Yeah. Hey, I want to clear something up real quick. We got a guy or a person named Gigi Allen said, who made you the leader of the Church of Satan? Nobody is on here that is the leader of anything.
Let me reiterate, I did not once say that I'm even a media representative. I'm a member that just applied the philosophy to his life. I'm not a leader.
He's a friend of the station. And
Rob is somebody who was kind enough to give us his time and come on here with us and talk about something that a lot of us didn't quite understand, and now we've learned a little bit. So that's good. You don't have to go all balling on him like that kind of shit. I mean, geez, man.
What the fuck is this guy talking about? I don't think
the master is going to be mad at all.
And personally, this whole idea that a lot of people think Satanists want to dominate the world. I mean, I've seen the people that are out there, okay? I wouldn't want to dominate them, and I doubt they can handle my fee, all right?
You know what? You know what I know about Satanism is that coming from a big city is that I know that walking down the street is that there's not going to be a guy standing on the corner with the satanic Bible in his hand screaming out scripture at anybody just walking by. You know, they don't do that kind of crap.
We don't
they don't sit there.
Bibles. We don't proselytize.
Yeah, they don't sit there and scream at people and try to invoke fear in their lives. It's so far what I've come to learn is that it's the philosophy of just don't be a jerk. Live your life like a good person, and if you think it's wrong, it probably is, regardless of whether you're in the Church of Satan or not. You know,
well,
you know what?
We're a very live and let live type. You know, I'm a very live and let live type of person. I'm not gonna go try to smash someone on their cheek if they mess with me. It's like, if they're really becoming a pest, I'll deal with them and move on.
Well, being in a wheelchair, you can just punch them in the balls, so you kind of got to up there.
Well, you know,
we got a couple questions in chat.
Go ahead.
Listen,
we got this. We got a good one from.
Hold on. I want to say this because I think this is fucking hilarious. When we told Mobile to say a name with it, they put the name Queef Huffer.
Wow.
I wanted to say it. I wanted to say Queef Huffer.
I know, that was excellent. Thank you. It says, what other satanic organizations are there for people that believe in Satan, or is that frowned on in the Church of Satan at all?
As far as I'm concerned, there are no other satanic organizations. There are sects of devil worshippers that would call themselves a church. Theistic Satanism is an oxymoron because Satanism is an atheistic philosophy with dogma, and that's all there is to it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, here's
we have a nice case of furniture polish for you if you're disappointed with that answer.
So there's not really a religion behind it, because I'm more asking than anything else, is because, like, you know, you look at Christianity, is you got all these saints and all these the popes and the cardinals and all that stuff. You don't. I mean, is there an hierarchy like that in the Church of Satan?
Before you say anything, hold on. I would also like to say that those people that all of those people you just mentioned, all harm children. They're groups. Altar boys.
Yes, they do.
Go ahead. Yeah.
You know, there is a hierarchy within the Church of Satan. There is a degree system once you become an active member, but that's all available on the website. Let
me put the website in there. It's
www.churchofsatan.com.
Oh yeah, I knew that, man.
That was a nice lead in there, Bobby. That was a real professional
lead in. As a side note, I feel compelled to throw this out there. You know, a lot of people say that, okay, you guys are a church. But from the very beginning, Magus LeVay, you know, Anton LeVay, he did not take the tax exemption. The Church of Satan files taxes every year.
Yeah, and they don't beg for money. You have to pay a membership to join because they want you to be serious, but they don't beg you for donations and crap.
Right, but you're also not expected to join either.
Right.
You're not expected to join. The most money you have to put out if you want to be a Satanist is the cover price plus tax of the Satanic Bible. And if you find yourself reflected in those pages, you're a Satanist. It's as simple as that.
Hey, I have a great question for you that goes with Gigi Allen in our chat box asked it, is that, let's say let's say you're in the car with somebody, and well, hopefully they're driving, and they're flying down the road, and they make a real hard rip to the left or rip to the right, and they're flying around and they're scaring the shit out of you. Let me ask you something: do you ever scream out, "Jesus Christ"?
Of course, they're just words.
Yeah. See,
they're
you
just
faker.
words.
You
That's
faker.
it.
I'm calling you out right now. You're a faker. You ain't no Satanist.
What the fuck, dude?
Hey, man, I've heard it before and I've heard worse. Bring it.
Yeah.
I'm just playing with you.
I know.
It tickles just right.
Well, I just want to make sure that was clear so that anyone listening doesn't try to hunt me down and come be like,
and I will say that, like, I've had friends of mine kind of get guilt by association because they're friends with me. People automatically think that they're, a Satanist too. And
Yep. I got that question the other day because I was commenting and sharing the event and stuff, and I got questioned, "Are you a Satanist?" I'm like, "No, but I'm gonna let him represent himself on the show and bring him on so that people are more aware of what is going on."
I say no, but I'm thinking about it.
Hey, it makes sense.
It's quite simple. I'm a very live and let live type of guy. My family is still very much Catholic. I have friends who are Christians. I have friends who are Wiccan, and so on and so forth down the line.
Oh, now Wiccans are weirdos.
We leave religion off the table. People don't know me as their friend Rob, who is a Satanist. They know me as their friend Rob. If you have to throw your religion, whatever it is, into everything, you're doing something wrong. You're overcompensating for something.
Yeah,
you're like the guy
right.
with a 2-inch package that has the Porsche.
Little dick motherfuckers. It's a terrible way to live life.
And if you'll notice, I've not been all moody and dour and blah, 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 blah. I've tried to keep it light the whole time. Humor is a very integral part of my life, and it's a very integral part of Satanism.
Keith Ecker has a great question. He says, has Satanism helped you overcome possible feelings of adversity because you are disabled?
No, I help myself overcome feelings of adversity. The fact that I'm a Satanist is just a perk.
Okay. Just all right. That's what I call Viagra when I get older, a perk. We got a curious one that says, was Aleister Crowley a Satanist? Who the hell is Aleister Crowley?
I fielded this question in the unofficial Facebook group ad nauseum. No, he was not.
No, he was not.
If you also look at Aleister Crowley's life, he was hopelessly addicted to drugs, and drugs are frowned upon in Satanism.
Okay.
That
I
next
smoke
one
weed.
from Alan is crap.
Yeah, Alan says believing in Satan and making a group is just as bad as these holy rollers. There's so many things wrong with that statement.
They're not pushing you to go to that group. They're not sending you invites to go to that group. You choose to go to that group if you want to.
And you pay to be a part of that group.
I get more invites to Facebook groups and Facebook events than I do to go to the Church of Satan.
Facebook groups are totally different. Like, the group that Abby met me through is the unofficial Facebook group for the Church of Satan.
And I was there because I am curious about the whole religion, and I'm curious about lots of religions, and so I do go to groups, and I chat with them. I'm not in there to judge people, but I am in there to ask questions and get to know people, and that's why I am in that group.
Yeah. And that's how you kind of noticed with my activity level that I was pretty much shooting a lot of the bullshit down.
Right. And you don't force anything on anybody in that group either.
No.
If they come in there just to be curious, you're not going to say, well, do you want to be a Satanist or not? Or you have to leave.
No,
You've never done that to anyone.
Basically, I think the intention with this is we know there's a lot of disinformation out there. And I thank you guys for letting me come on to kind of clear some of it up.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate you coming on.
Of course.
And some of the comments, some of the comments that have been made in here are just people trolling. I myself am a social media troll, if you will, and I don't mind the trolls. Sometimes they say funny stuff.
You know what I mean? I mean, we're dealing with an internet radio show. Trolling's gonna happen.
Yeah. I look forward to it. It's good times.
Yeah.
Gives us some entertainment from some of their stupidity and unwillingness to, accept answers.
And Anton LaVey had a great quote about stupidity. He said, "It's just too bad stupidity isn't painful."
Yeah, no shit. I'd be a hurt motherfucker, though. Hey, Bada Bing says that she's related to Damien Eccles, a supposed murderer and devil worshiper. I know about Aleister Crowley and all that, and everyone has the right to their opinion.
Damien Eccles and the West Memphis Three, that's a very, very interesting case. It's unfortunate that they had to take the Alford plea when it's pretty obvious they were innocent of everything they were accused of. They were just 3 kids that listened to heavy metal in a small Arkansas town that were demonized. And they've never really found the actual murders in that case, But of course, the whole idea that it was some sort of bizarre satanic ritual was thrown around, and the jury ate it up.
Yeah. Hey, I want to put something out there real quick. I don't want anybody to ever say that we're biased or we're one way or anything. If any Christians would like to come on and do a show with us, you're more than welcome to. Any religion.
I'd love to have a Christian on here.
Absolutely. A Muslim. If you're Muslim, I pray to fucking whoever that you will have the balls to come on here and have a show with us. We are not discriminating against anything.
Because I can see the sun.
Right, let's see.
To me, what someone believes is their own personal business. Don't just try to misrepresent Satanism. You can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Believe whatever you want to believe. Like I said a few minutes ago, I have friends of just about every faith.
Oh, here's another good question from the curious one. How does the Church of Satan represent Satanism outside of a website?
Outside of the website, you would never know. You would really never know, because members go about their lives without necessarily saying, "Hey, I'm a Church of Satan member."
So you have to seek it out. That's the thing, is if you want to be a part of it, you have to seek it out. And to me, that's a better way of looking at it than we're going to try to recruit as many people as we can.
Fucking Raj. That fucking guy. All right. Queefhuffer has another one. It says, do you believe in UFOs? Have you ever seen one or a ghost, or do you just believe in bacon?
We all believe in bacon.
I've never seen a UFO, but I don't discount that they might exist. Proof has not been shown to me. Yeah. Of course I believe in bacon. It's quite delicious. As far as ghosts, as far as I'm concerned, a spirit entity or whatever could shove its hand up my ass, use me as Gimpy the sock puppet, and I think, must have eaten something bad the night before.
Oh shit, what was in those mushrooms? Oh, all right.
Eat some more brownies.
The curious one wanted to clarify what they meant by their question that says, I mean like interviews, media, etc.
Interviews, that's handled via administration. If they want an interview, they would have to contact administration. I don't handle that.
What's the chances of us ever getting a member of administration on with us?
Or a media representative, you would have to contact them and find out.
Oh, right on.
I can't give you an answer one way or the other on that.
Right on.
Hey, I got something to say. Don't forget that we do have a contest going right now in the event page. If you are the last comment, you will win a skull and crossbone necklace. So get to posting some, some stuff on that. Some comments. I want to see some crazy stuff. Post some pictures.
All right. Well, check this out. We're going to answer one last question.
Well,
Keith Eckert says,
Bobby, hold on just a minute here. How about what we should do is we should answer one more question and go to a break, and then we're gonna come back from the break and we're gonna round out the show for the rest of the night. If you want to hang out with us, we'd appreciate that. But we're gonna round out the show with a discussion that Abs wanted to talk about with kids and YouTube being idiots.
Yeah.
Yes. It should be a good discussion, and I hope everybody stays to listen, and I hope more join in and ask questions and their input on the subject.
Yeah, and the contest is going until the end of the show tonight, which will probably be wrapping up.
Yeah, everybody better be listening, because I'm going to be watching that picture comment. So once I see the last comment, when I say so, it's over, and I'll announce the winner right as we're ending the show.
All right. So, Bobby, why don't you go ahead with your question?
From Keith Ecker. In the TSB, it mentions that others present... what? It mentions that others are present during a destruction ritual. Would help to fuel it. How would one find others to assist when members are mostly anon? What?
Okay, well, basically, if he's referring to a group ritual... It would all be set up in advance, It's really simple.
So there is actually times when everybody, or not everybody, but a group of y'all get together and do things.
Yeah, but it's not like a mass or anything like that. It's a couple members might get together at each other's houses or whatever. And on June 6th, 2006, there was a high mass, and it's on YouTube if anyone wants to look it up. And it was to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the Church of Satan.
40 years, huh? 19. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just did the math. Got my shoes off. That helped. Well, right on. Let's take off of here. Buddy, what are you going to play for the break? Is there going to be something funny so I should listen or not?
No, I just have a few tunes loaded up because this is going to be a short break.
Man, you ain't got enough funny skits to play?
You want me to play a funny skit?
I want you to play a fucking funny skit. That's why I'm talking about it there, dude.
Fine. I think I know.
We love the funny skits. We have to have them.
I think I know of a few callers.
Keeps everybody entertained while we're peeing.
I think I know of a few callers that might want to did some replays of a few callers that called in once before. So.
There you go.
Okay. All right, guys. All right. Well, listen. Let's meet up on the other side of the break just a few minutes from now, and you're listening to The Asylum on NWR.
Yay!
The Asylum, the only place for the truly crazy and uncensored comedy on NWR. Stay tuned. More of The Asylum coming up after the break.
Well, we met about 2 months ago at my friend Marsha's 31st birthday dinner, and I immediately noticed Josh.
Yeah, I can be a little shy sometimes, but I said to myself, you better go up and introduce yourself, because if you don't, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. And we started talking, and, well, here we are. Now we're fucking.
My parents were thrilled when I told them I was finally fucking Josh. He had been eating my pussy for so long, I began to wonder if he was ever going to actually take out his dick and stuff my hole.
Deborah's not my typical fuck, and my friends were a little bit skeptical, but they're coming around. They're starting to see that, you know, this is the woman that I want to empty my balls in for the rest of my life.
I actually still remember exactly where we were when we first fucked.
It was right over there.
Josh was behind me, and my face was pressed up against the glass the whole time.
I was giving her this tremendous pounding, you know, just really deep in there, and that's when I realized at that moment that fuck like this comes around only once, so I better not blow it. Do you remember what you said to me that night?
Of course. Fill me with your cock. Fuck my mouth, daddy. God damn it. Go deeper. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Keep fucking your little pump station. Come on my back.
I just spent so much time looking for a woman that I could plow so hard that she'd walk funny for 2 days straight, and I'm just really glad that I never gave up.
No one should. I mean, the fucking you're waiting for is out there. It was for me.
And now, back to the Asylum with Bobby D. 404, Abs, Bada Bing, and James on NWR.
So guys, we're back on the Asylum here. This is 404 with you, and we got Bobby D, and we got Abs, and we still have Rob on with us. And
how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah.
And this next segment, we're gonna hand this over to Abs. She had something she wanted to talk about that involved one of your kids, right, Abs?
Yeah. The last week I've been a little ill and out of it, and so I let one of my kids go down to their friend's house.
Oh, don't forget
usually
that
I trust my kids.
Don't forget that the contest is still going on.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Abs. I just wanted to remind everyone that the contest is still going on the last comment on the event page.
Make sure you're commenting, you guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're such a douche, man.
I know. I'm such a professional.
Okay. So my son, the little ass that he is this week, decided to go down to his friend's house, which, you know, it's a girl. I'm not going to mention names or anything because I'm just not going to do that. But he decided to go to their house and play one of those stupid YouTube challenges. And it was the salt and ice challenge. If you put salt on your hand or on your skin and then put an ice cube on it and push down on it, it creates a chemical reaction and it starts to burn you. And he did this, and he got he's got pretty bad burns on his arms. And you know, I started researching it and stuff after yesterday when I found out, and it's a freaking epidemic on YouTube. All these kids are doing these stupid challenges, and you know, they're getting seriously hurt. There was another one called the fire challenge, and they pour alcohol on their bellies while they're standing in a shower, and they light themselves on fire. And the one that I saw, the boy ended up falling out of the shower and was burnt from like his chest all the way down to his knees because he had poured it down. It's ridiculous. And so I really think there should be more positive challenges than these stupid, negative, hurtful ones. I mean, have these kids' heads examined. I mean, if my kid does it again, I'm going to send him to a fucking asylum.
You're in the asylum.
You're going to put him on the show with us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one of these nights I'll bring him on the damn show, and y'all can tell him the shit that has happened to these other kids.
Well, you should bring him in right now because I want to understand the thought process that went into, hey, let's do this. Like, at what point was there any point in there where you thought to yourself, this is a really stupid idea, and this is gonna hurt really bad?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna share the headset with him, and we'll try to do this. Where he can come in.
If I could make a comment.
Sure.
I'm in a wheelchair, okay? That makes about as much sense to me as me trying to run a fucking marathon.
Yeah.
That would be neat. What you mean rolling a marathon?
Rob, you know what you ought to try to do?
It's how I roll. That's all I got to say.
Rob, you know what you ought to do is you ought to try to walk yourself down this flight of stairs.
I definitely believe in kids pushing themselves to do, cool stuff. Like skateboarding and shit that's semi-dangerous. Or, we have another guy that's going to be doing, YouTube videos for us and videos for our page where he, eats a can of raviolis, the commercial size. I think that kind of stuff is safer than, trying to burn yourself to death.
Yeah.
There's safe ones and then there's bad ones.
He's going to burn inside when he eats that whole can.
Well, I think what this comes down to, and this is maybe just my opinion, it's the whole idea that all of these young kids want to get attention these days, and they'll do it by any means necessary, even if it means injuring themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to be cool.
All right, Abs, where is he?
Hold on, I'm going to put him on for a minute, and he can explain what he was doing. Okay, and then I'll come back on.
It doesn't matter. Okay. He's a fucking knucklehead. Right. That's what his name is.
He's 13. So
okay. All right.
Keep that in mind while y'all torture him. Okay. Here he is. Say hello. Put him on and say hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Tell him what you did.
Yeah, we're here to talk about your little stunt the other day, and we just want to ask you some questions about it and how it went and that kind of thing. First of all, I want to say this is 404, and we have Bobby and we have Rob on here with us. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, little Bob?
How you doing, man?
Bobby.
So
shitting bricks.
Yeah, yeah. So you did this with your friends? You were with some of your friends?
Yeah.
So where did the idea come from?
YouTube.
All right. And was it you that found the video or the challenge, or was it someone else?
No, it was my friend.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you guys do? Did you look through a bunch of them before you finally said, "Oh, okay, we're gonna do this one"?
Yeah, we looked at a couple of the videos, a couple different challenges.
Yeah.
How many challenges did y'all do?
Well, my friend did one other challenge, which was the cinnamon challenge.
Oh yeah.
What's the cinnamon challenge?
You get a spoonful of cinnamon and you try and hold it in your mouth for longer than 30 seconds.
That's pretty near impossible.
Really? I thought you were supposed to try to swallow it.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. So what are some of the challenges that you rejected? Do you remember? Like the ones where you're like, you're like, no, I'm not doing that.
There was the salt and I can't remember what it was. Flint and steel challenge.
What was that?
Yeah, what is it?
I think what it is because he knows he's on the spot. He doesn't want to really get into it with us.
Oh, his mom tell us if he doesn't. So
yeah, that's
he may as well tell us.
Okay. Well, I apologize for that. I didn't realize that your mom is standing right there. So, okay. So when you did your challenge, now what do? You load up a big thing of salt on your arm and then just stick an ice cube on it.
You pour salt on your arm, like down your arm, and then you put ice cubes on it, and it'll start to burn.
Really?
And how long did you last?
Well, like 3 minutes.
Damn, buddy, you're pretty tough, huh?
Ouch. So did it take 3 minutes before it started to burn, or does it like start burning immediately?
It starts burning like a few seconds after you put the ice on the salt.
So, what was your threshold? Like, at what point did you say, it was like, all right, I'm not doing this anymore? Did you have, were you waiting to see, really bad. Were you waiting to see bone or something?
No.
So did it burn down into your arm, or did it really just sort of burn the top the top layers of your skin?
It just burnt the top layers of my skin, and after a day or two, it blistered, and I started to pick at it and started to bleed and stuff.
Ew, gross.
Scars are cool though. Chicks dig scars, man. Just make up a better story than ice cubes and salt, because he's probably gonna look at you funny and walk away. That's some sizzling skin there, boy. Well, buddy, here's what I'm gonna say. If it was my son that had done something silly like this, it would be pretty bad. There would be some serious repercussions in the future. If you have to think about it, don't do it, because you're thinking about it. That means it's wrong.
Yeah. But what you should do is videotape it.
No, don't encourage him.
Yeah. What I'm good. Yeah, my words of wisdom on this is don't do it. Don't encourage anyone else to do it. But if it's gonna happen, you be the one with the camera, because
try to stop it and make sure on the video you say, "I wouldn't do this if I was you." That way,
I wouldn't do this if I were you. But make sure you zoom in.
Yeah. Oh, my mom wants the headset back.
So, let me ask you one last question here. Is that do you think that you might ever do one of these challenges again?
No.
Yeah, that's
then
the
you
right
learned
answer.
your lesson.
That's the right answer.
Yep.
All right, you knucklehead. Well, thanks for talking to us.
Okay. Well, here's my mom.
All right, buddy. Be safe.
Thank you guys for talking to him. He definitely needs to hear it from other people besides me, because he thinks I'm mean.
Bada Bing thinks that me and
your mom, it's your job to be mean. It's a job to protect. It's your job to protect your child. It's your job to kind of be a buzzkill until he can make his own cognitive decisions. I think you did the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm 38 years old and I still call my mommy.
Well, Abs, from what I understand of you as a mother, is that it sounds like you let your kids be. You've got pretty well behaved kids, but they are kids, and everyone's got to learn. Right. You got to learn stupid lessons the hard way, no matter how much someone tells you. How many times my dad has told me, "Don't do this." I have to do it and experience it for myself, and then go back and say, "You were totally right. I shouldn't have done that." And he's like, "I know."
Yeah, my kids usually don't do stupid shit, and they know that I'll beat their ass if I find out, they are doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of whipping asses, did you see that in New York a case was dismissed against a father for spanking his kid? Because that is amazing. I think more cases should be dismissed, because I think kids should get their butt whooped when they're acting crazy. Absolutely. Yeah. Just don't beat them. Don't pick nothing up. Use your hand. Give them 3 whacks across the ass if it's real bad, and send them on their way.
That's exactly what they get. Yeah. They get bent over the dang couch and they get their 3 little whoopings.
I say, boy, I'm coming down
enough not to do it again.
Tower. Oh shit! You done stepped on me. Hey, Bada Bing thinks that me and 404 should do the cinnamon challenge. And what I'm thinking is Bada Bean should take a spoonful and put it up her butt.
I think that I think the cinnamon challenge is a good challenge for adults. I don't think children should do it, but I definitely think it's an appropriate challenge for adults. And so is the ice water challenge, but don't do like that stupid, I hate to say it, but this black woman decided to boil water and throw it on her husband.
Hey, that's a nice woman right there.
Yeah, and he got burnt all over his whole body and is scarred for life because she was a stupid idiot. She must have been on crack or something.
My ex-wife was in the shower, and I could see the steam coming out from under the door. She was having a bad day, and figured a hot shower would relax her. I, being the asshole that I am, went and got me a nice cold glass of water. And I crept into the said bathroom, and guess what? I dumped it on her, and that was a bad choice of things for me to do, especially on that day. Havoc just joined us.
Hey. Okay, everybody. Y'all better get to commenting because I'm about to announce the winner. Like in 30 seconds.
All right, guys. Is there anything else y'all want to talk to me about before we wrap this up? Since Abby's about to announce her winner.
Why did the chicken cross the road, bro? Can you answer that for me?
Apparently there was something on the other side of the road he wanted to see, or to get to the other side, or I don't know. That's one of the very.
He wanted a soda.
Who knows? It's one of the existential questions of the meaning of life told via a joke.
Absolutely. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
All of the questions that you could have asked, and that's what you came up with.
Bro,
I'm so disappointed in you, Bobby.
Speaking of jokes,
the other thing I want to bring up, I want y'all to do positive YouTube challenges. I don't want no more of these hurtful fucking children getting burned and scarred for life challenges.
Yeah.
So bring your positive YouTube challenges to us, and we'll air them. Okay.
Speaking
I'm about to refresh you guys.
If I may, speaking of jokes, Abby asked me earlier, if I was how I ended up in a wheelchair, and I'll tell you right now, when I was younger, I used to make a joke out of it, and I used to say that I was one of the only figure skaters from South Louisiana, and I was so good that Tanya Harding got jealous and whacked me across the knees, and that's why I'm in the chair.
So you were an Olympic champion skater and got taken down by Tanya Harding. God, that bitch.
And I didn't even get a wedding night video out of it.
Okay.
Well, Rob, listen, we want to say thank you for being part of the show here tonight, and we've learned a lot of stuff about Satanism, I'm sorry, I didn't want to say Satanism. We've learned a lot about the Church of Satan.
Because it's more Satanism than, the Church of Satan itself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Abs, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear
let me refresh one more time. Y'all gonna let me do it this time?
No, you got it. You already got it.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. It's Connie Foster, you guys.
Connie Foster.
That's the winner. Connie Foster is the winner.
Yay, Connie Foster. Golf clap.
Bump is the winner.
Golf clap. All right. Well, fantastic. Bobby, do you have any...
I'll be sending the prize out Monday. I need you to inbox me your address.
There you go.
Connie, I hope you're listening.
All right, guys, if I may, before we wind up, can I do a couple of blatant plugs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Let's do it.
All right. If you want to see some of the erotic poetry I've written, I can be found in Infernal Inc. magazine, which is on Facebook. I can also be found on Radio Free Satan's Metal Invaders, which is simply at www.radiofreesatan.com. The site is very easy to navigate. I was also in a couple of issues of The Devil's Diary, written by Draconis Blackthorn. That is on lulu.com. Just search up The Devil's Diary and look through the issues for my name. And of course, I am on Facebook as Robert J Leuthold. Thank you guys for having me on, and hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail myself.
Or hail thyself if you prefer, yes.
Yeah. Yep. Hail
Okay.
myself right in the bathroom with myself.
Yes. All by myself.
A little bit of Billy Idol there, Abs.
Abs, you got a sign off for us?
Yeah, everybody, have a great night. Have a great weekend. Go get wasted. Don't do stupid shit. And we'll see you next week.
All right, Bobby.
Yeah.
Got to sign off for us.
You guys have a good week. Hail Satan.
All right, with that, guys, this has been the Asylum. I am 404, and I would like to give a shout out to James, who wasn't able to make it for the whole show, but we really appreciate for the awesome intro you gave us. Everybody, have a fantastic weekend. We'll catch you next time.
This has been a presentation of the Asylum on NWR. We don't care where you go, but you can't stay here.